to signal the beginning of our class. So once you make your way back to your mat, just find a nice, comfortable Shavasana, settling in by perhaps taking a nice, deep cleansing breath in through your nose and out through your mouth as you settle the back body, letting go of what came before this moment and what will come after. And just settling yourself into this present moment. Perhaps noticing the sounds you hear, perhaps the music, maybe my voice. Feel the back body where it meets the mat. Using some of our senses will help bring us to this present moment. Feel the weight of the body on the mat. And just begin to let go and settle. Turning your attention to your breath, perhaps coming to your home base and just watching the gentle flow of air on the inhale and on the exhale. And just be with your breath for a little bit. And if the mind starts to wander, just gently return again to your breath after you acknowledge your thoughts. The mind wants to think. So just bring yourself back as soon as you notice that you're thinking. Returning again to your breath. I inhale, I exhale. So our focus this morning is going to be on giving our backs some love. So if we have been sitting a little bit more than normal, especially all winter long, our backs sometimes feel the results of that. So we want to get up at least every half an hour and walk around a little bit. If you're working, some of you, not really many of you though, but if you're sitting at a desk all day or sitting down a lot, we want to move. So we'll give our backs a little extra attention today and work out any tightness. So let's begin by floating our arms up over our heads and just stretch out through our fingertips and down through our body, out through our toes. And just on this first stretch, this first morning stretch, just notice how the body is feeling. Notice how the mind is feeling. Are you feeling tension, or are you feeling tired? Or are you feeling lightness and brightness? Maybe the return of the sunshine has made you feel a little lighter, a little more positive, I hope. So just notice maybe scanning from fingertips down to toes, how the body, how the mind is feeling. And just make note of it. Just notice how you feel. And on your next inhalation, walking the shoulders, alternating left and right up towards the ears, and really stretch out. And then really stretch out through the toes. Take a nice deep inhalation through the nose, out through the nose. And then let's make fists with our hands and flex our feet, again, stretching, bringing the shoulders up towards the ears and really stretching out, even bringing some tension to the hands by squeezing the fists, engaging the core, so bringing the belly button in and flexing the feet. And just feel the tension. Notice that tension in the arms. You can even squeeze the facial muscles. Feel the tension in the midsection of the body and up the legs. Holding the tension for a little bit. Holding and squeezing and flexing. And then releasing, letting all the tension melt away. Feel the weight of the body on the mat. And then we'll stretch out through our fingertips again and down through the body, out through the toes. And even lifting the hands and arms a little bit off the mat and holding that tension. So holding, really stretching and lengthening, holding the tension, holding the tension, holding, holding. One more breath, holding, and then release. Allow the body to soften and relax. And then floating the arms down by the sides, bending the knees, placing the soles of the feet on the mat, and just windshield wipering the knees from side to side, just in a gentle way. Using the breath again, inhaling to center and exhaling to the side. And just notice how the hips feel. You might feel the lower back as you move your knees from side to side. And notice how the back feels as we begin also. Just focusing in the beginning of our practice, and then we'll check in at the end of our practice. And we're just making note of how we feel. We're not bringing any judgment to it. But our intention is to support our back and help our back feel the best that it can feel. The next time the knees come to center, bring them to stillness, spread the feet wide on the mat, and then begin to drop one knee to the midline, and then bring it up. Exhale, drop the other knee to the midline, inhale up. And we'll just continue with this motion a little bit, just a gentle rocking motion using the breath to help us move with ease. And the next time the knees come to center, bring the knees towards the chest, hug them in, rock from side to side, and then begin to massage the back by making some small circles that gradually increase in size. And just massaging the areas of the back that need the most attention. So spend most of the time in the area that your back requires. Or it could all be even. Maybe your back is feeling pretty good. And at some point, reverse your circles. Keep the breath flowing. Notice the back body where it meets the mat. Really feel the feeling. And as you're ready, we'll bring the soles of our feet to the mat. We'll lift our hips a slight amount and bring our hands underneath our sacrum as we send our feet up towards the ceiling, up towards the sky. And we're just going to scissor our feet from side to side, engaging our core. So bring that belly button in to protect that lower back. And just point through the toes, opening the feet wide and then crossing them. You can keep the feet up towards the sky, or you can gently move the feet as you cross them lower in the sky for a little more of a ab work. And you can scissor them up and scissor them down. The lower we bring our feet towards the earth, the little more challenging the scissoring is. But keep that core engaged. And then the next time you bring the feet up towards the sky, you can drop one leg down towards the earth and inhale it up, and drop the other towards the earth and inhale it up. Inhale up and exhale down. And the slower you go with this, the more you can feel those abs at work. You might feel it in your thighs too. And then once you're ready, you can bring your knees in towards your chest again, squeeze them in towards your chest, rock from side to side. And then replacing the feet on the mat, we'll send the left leg out long and hug the right knee in towards the chest, relaxing our facial muscles and our shoulders. Exhale, squeeze towards the chest. And just notice how this hip feels, how this right hip feels. And then we can take the knee out wide towards the shoulder, rotating at the ankle if you'd like. And then bringing the knee back to center, bring the left knee in to meet the right, rock from side to side again, massaging the back. Send the right leg out long, squeeze the left knee in towards the chest. Relaxing your facial muscles and your shoulders. Bring the knee out wide towards your shoulder, rotating at the ankle if you'd like. Inhaling the knee back to center. Bring the right knee in to meet. Place hands on your kneecaps. Spread the knees wide. And make some nice big circles with the knees. So out wide and then to center, out wide and back to center. Nice and loose, relaxed. And the next time your knees come to center, reverse your direction. Keep the breath flowing. And the next time the knees come to center, hug them in towards the chest, rock from side to side, massaging the back a little more. And then we're going to make our way to our bellies for just a little bit. So roll over to your belly. So we'll frame our face with our hands, resting our forehead on the mat. And we'll press into the tops of our feet and into our pubic bone, bringing our elbows in close to our body. And on your next inhalation, lift head and shoulders up. Gaze slightly in front of your mat. Firm the glute muscles. Exhale down, forehead to mat. Press the feet into the mat and the pubic bone into the mat and firm the glutes. Inhale the head and shoulders up for Sphinx. Exhale down. So we want to keep the spine nice and long from crown to tailbone. Inhale up. Exhale down. Shoulders away from the ears. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. And one more time. Inhale up. And exhale down. That should feel, not a difficult thing. And if it does, obviously don't do it. We'll roll over onto our backs again. And we'll squeeze our knees in towards our chest, rocking from side to side, giving our back a little massage again. And then as you're ready, we'll make our way to seated. So turning to your side and pushing yourself up, or crossing at your ankles and holding behind your thighs, lifting your head and shoulders and rocking up. And if you have a blanket nearby, you can sit on the edge. I don't have my blanket with me. It's over there, but not a problem. And so placing our hands on our knees, we'll just sit up nice and tall. Drop our chin to our chest and just make some nice circles with our head. I think sitting on the edge of the blanket really does help you have a nice long spine. I notice a difference when I'm sitting on the edge of a blanket as opposed to right on my mat. So something to consider. And at some point, have your circles go in the opposite direction. And just be mindful when you're making your circles, just noticing how your neck and shoulders and everything feels. So that if you do have an area of tightness, you could spend a little more time in that area and work it out. And if you'd like, you can swing the head gently from side to side as you look down at your feet. And then you can bring your head to center Look out over one of your shoulders. Using your breath, so inhaling to center, and as you twist or look back, exhale. And you don't have to look back far, just a little bit. And you could bring your ear towards your shoulder if you'd like. Bring it to center and bring the other ear towards your shoulder. Whatever feels good. You can inhale and look up at the ceiling. And exhale and look down at your feet. And do any other movements, gentle, intentional movements with your head that feels good. So it's just, we really move slowly and with intention when we're moving our head around. And once you've worked any kinks out, you can do some shoulder circles, just bringing your shoulders up towards your ears, like inhaling them up and exhaling them down. And then reversing. So everything we do in our practice should be comfortable. We don't want to do anything that doesn't feel good. And then as you're ready, you can cross the left arm, left hand on top of the right and place your hands on your kneecaps. And then we'll inhale and rock forward as we gaze up. And then exhale, round the back, chin to our chest. And just continue with a bit of a rocking motion, inhaling forward and exhaling back. And think of the breath as your friend. So if you move with your breath, it does make everything easier. And then as you're ready, you can come to stillness and uncross your arms. And we'll change the cross of our feet. So bring the other foot in front. And then we'll cross the left on top of the right this time. And we'll do the same thing. Inhale forward, gazing up. Exhale back. And we're really gazing forward and up. We're not bending our neck back. And just notice how your back is feeling. Bringing some flexibility to the spine every time we do this. And then at some point, as you're ready, you can bring yourself to stillness and uncross your hands, placing your hands back on the kneecaps, and we'll just come into some torso circles. So just coming forward and back and around. Inhale as you come back and exhale as you come forward. And then as you're ready, reversing your direction. And then coming to stillness, we'll come to eagle arms. And so we'll just come into eagle arms a little bit differently than we normally do. So we'll just cross the left arm on above the right arm and kind of bring the elbows together and then bring the palms together. So wrap the forearms, bring your elbows away from your body, and then use your breath, inhaling up and exhaling down, feeling a nice stretch across your shoulders, using the breath. And then release. And then we'll make an X with the right arm on top this time, and the elbows kind of stacked together, and then bring the forearms, wrap them around, and as best you can, bring the palms together. And then elbows away from the body, and inhale up and exhale down. And I notice the more we do this eagle pose, the easier it gets. It seems like the arms have a bit of a memory, muscle memory. So if your arms and shoulders are stiff doing this, don't worry. Just do what your body allows. And use your breath. And we don't force our body into a certain shape. Just allow the body to move and be where it's comfortable. And gradually you'll notice that it gets a little easier. And then we'll come out of the pose, and we're going to turn so that our legs are down the length of our mat. And we're going to sit up nice and tall in Dandasana. So it's an active pose. We'll flex our feet, press the back of our legs into the mat, and then slide our hands next to our hips. So palms pressing into the earth, and we're extending through our crown, engaging our core, shoulders down away from our ears. And take a couple of rounds of breath. So an active pose, remember, the legs are active. The upper body is sitting up nice and straight and strong, and the crown is extending. So we're lengthening our spine, and we're allowing our breath to flow. And you can release the pose, and we're not going to slump. We're just going to release a little bit. And then we're going to inhale our arms up so our fingertips are stretching towards the sky, and we'll fold at our hip creases, leading with our chin, leading with our heart center as we fold forward, and we come as far as is comfortable. So you'll notice I'm really not rounding my back too much. I'm not going down too deeply, but I'm getting a nice stretch. So if you think about folding at the hip creases, that helps you. And your legs can be a little bit bent, so my legs are not locked. And just breathe into any area that feels tight, and see if you can release without, trying too hard. So just bring the breath to the area that might not feel so loose, and see if you can allow the body to release. And if anything doesn't feel good to you, of course, back off. So sit up a little more. And then we'll inhale, sliding our hands up to our thighs and bringing the soles of our feet together in Badakanasana. So interlace your fingers, placing them on your toes, and sit up nice and tall. Just nice tall spine. Take a couple of rounds of breath here. And we'll take our hands to our outer edges of our knees, close our knees like a book, and make our way gracefully to our table. So once you come to table, spread your fingers wide, have your wrists right underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hip points. Look back through your knees, and if you can see your feet, just move your feet so they're behind your knees, and come into your cat-cow. So remembering we inhale, we drop our belly, send our heart center forward as we gaze forward. And then we bring our belly button towards our spine, press the floor away, rounding our back for cat on the exhale. Drop the belly, feel the flexibility in the spine, looking forward. And then pressing into the mat, rounding the back, chin to chest on the exhale. And just continue with your cat-cow, allowing your breath to flow, feeling the flexibility in your spine, moving slowly. And the next time you come to your table, bring yourself to stillness. Bring the left foot between the hands. Walk the right knee back. You can stay just as you are, or bring your hands up to your knee. Just sink into that left hip as you gaze forward. Okay, if the knee comes a little ahead of the ankle here. Just opening up this left hip. Relax your shoulders. Relax your facial muscles. Bring your hands back to the mat, send the left foot back, and bring the right foot forward. Whatever you did on the other side, do on this side. So if you kept the hands down and just sank into the hip, just do the same here. Or if you brought your hands up to your knee, just do the same. And just see if you can allow the body to release, the hip flexor to release. And we do it with ease. So we're not trying to force anything. Just see what the body does if you just bring your breath to the hip area. Relax your facial muscles. Relax your shoulders. Feel that right hip opening up. Release the hands to the floor. Bring that right knee down to the mat. Come to your table again. And we're going to come into some big circles. So we'll sit back on our heels. We'll move over towards the left. Lean kind of over towards the left. Bring ourselves forward. Come over towards the right. Come back to our heels and just make some big circles with our hips. And the next time you come back to your heels, reverse your direction. And the next time you come up to your table, you can come to stillness. So we're going to come into a plank. So make your choice, if you'll do full plank, or if you'd like to have your knees on the mat and do half plank. Both are good. So I'm going to send my feet back, come onto my toes, and come into plank. And half plank, remember, knees are on the mat, and you want a long, straight spine. I can demonstrate for you. So pressing into the heels and pressing into the back of your hands, pressing the floor away from you. Engaging your core and your glutes. And you can come down at any time and come to your child's. We haven't done plank for a little bit of time, so keep the breath flowing. And as you're ready, spread your knees wide, bring the big toes together, walk your hands forward and bring your forehead to the mat. And in your own time, as you're ready, you can make your way to your table, curl your toes under, and then bring yourself up to standing. Take your time. And then we'll come to our Tadasana, so rock from side to side. Feel the earth underneath your feet. Think about the pose. So feeling the earth and then lifting through your insteps. That's called Padabandha. And then lifting through the kneecaps and through the thighs. So firming the thighs, engaging the core, bringing the shoulders up, back, and down, allowing the palms to face forward. Shoulders are relaxed and chin is parallel to the floor as you extend through the crown so the body feels strong and balanced. And take a nice deep breath here. And maybe another one. And then fluttering our eyes open, we'll come to a bit of a balance. So we'll bring the weight of the body onto the right foot and feel the earth. So really feel it under that right foot. Feel the toes, all 5 toes in that right foot. And then lift the left knee up off the earth. Maybe rotating that ankle, that left ankle. Engaging the core. That helps if you bring the belly button in and up. It also helps if you have a drishti, something that you're focused on, a focal point. And maybe bring the knee up a little higher. You can bring the knee out wide if you'd like. You could bring the foot behind you and float forward with kind of in an airplane if you'd like. Maybe float forward again. Bring the foot to the mat. Any bit of balance is a good thing. Now again, we'll bring the weight of the body onto the left foot. Sometimes people even go down and spread their toes. So really feel that base. And then lift the right knee up. Extending through your crown. You might notice a difference on one side. You can rotate that ankle around a little bit. Bring the knee out wide if you'd like. Bring it back to center and maybe send it back. Little airplane here. Maybe bring it forward. Bring it up a little higher. Engage that core because that will help. And as you're ready, bring it down. Pat yourself on the shoulder. You're doing a good job. You're making a good attempt. And then inhale the arms up. Interlace the fingers except for the index fingers. And then exhale to one side. Feel the nice stretch on the outer edge of the body. Inhale to center. Exhale to the other side. Feel that stretch. Inhale to center. Exhale back a little bit. Sending the hips forward. Turn the palms away once you come up to standing straight. And then exhale forward, floating forward, leading with your chin, leading with your chest. Little bend in the knees. Hold on to opposite elbows and swing the hips and the arms and shoulders from side to side. Release the elbows and allow the knuckles to just rest on the earth. Maybe sway again from side to side, releasing the vertebrae in the back. Coming to center, shaking your head yes, gently. Shaking your head no. Pressing the palms of the hands on the calves, coming up to half forward fold, so flat back here. Exhaling down, bending at the knees, bringing your hands to the mat. And we'll come to Shavasana, to a nice comfortable Shavasana. If you'd like to bring your knees to your chest and rock a little bit from side to side. And then as you're ready, come to your comfortable Shavasana. So making yourself completely comfortable and relaxed. And just scanning the body. Once you arrive in Shavasana, in your own time, once you arrive, scan your body from crown of head to soles of feet. And just notice how the body, how the mind feels. Making note if there's any area that has any tightness to it. And just bring your breath to that place as you're in Shavasana. And just inhale love to that area. Exhale to release. I invite you to bring your hands to Anjali Mudra, bringing your thumbs to the third eye, the space between your eyes. May you think kind thoughts. Bring your thumbs to your lips. May you say kind words. Bring your thumbs to your heart center. May you feel kindness, love, and peace toward all beings. Namaste.